everybody. Welcome to the new Revival Coffeehouse. It's the first show of the 25-26 season. We're very excited you're all here. Anybody here for the very first time? Oh, all right. We're sitting right down front. That's great. So I'm Peter Fisk. I'm chair of the Coffeehouse Committee. And there's a big committee that puts these shows on, sets up the tables and the chairs and all that stuff. And I'll just mention that if you are willing and able at the end of the concert, and you could stack up some chairs, that would be really wonderful. But it's only if it works well for you. Okay, so there are restrooms in the hallway that you just came through out here. And there's more downstairs as it gets busy. There'll be an intermission a little while later. There are fire exits over there, as well as, of course, a fire exit the way you came in. And so, before I introduce the artist for tonight, a couple of things. Coming in, you should have gotten one of these little paper slips, and you fill it out and put in the basket right over there that Johanna is waving around. And there'll be a drawing at the intermission for a CD. David has very generously donated a CD for us to raffle off, pass out. And if you want to be on our email list, be sure and give us your email address on the slip. And if you don't want to be on the list, don't give me the address. It's very simple. So this is our first show of the year. We actually have 3 more concerts after tonight, which is a little unusual for us. So the next concert is coming up just a month from now, November 15th. It's House of Hamel. It's a trio. They play what they call Celtic version or something. I'm not sure what they call it. But they are a well-traveled band. They play all over the country. They're very busy. We had a hard time booking them. We actually booked them almost a year ago. So they're coming November 15th. And then January 31st, we have a little break. And then January 31st is Kathleen Parks. Kathleen Parks is a member of the band Twisted Pine. And they're a really great band. And she is kind of stepping out on her own. She's a vocalist, a fiddler. She's also a guitarist and songwriter. That's going to be January 31st. And then our friends, Polarized Guru, is going to play a benefit concert for the church right here on April 11th. And that's a jazz fusion band. They've been here every couple of years. They're also very popular. People like them a lot. Okay, so gives me a great pleasure to introduce the artist for tonight. David Dodson and I met in Cambridge in like 1974 or something, I don't know, like that. And every 5 or 10 years, we say hello to each other, so we're close. And there's also going to be a special guest artist, but I'll let David introduce him. So make welcome, David Dodson.
Hello, everybody. Let's move this over a little bit. That's kind of in the way. Yeah, that's good, if I don't knock it over. This is great. It's like the UU nightclub. It's really, I love it. Yeah, with a light show, too. I have a friend named Jan Brown, and she's another songwriter, and we were talking about writing songs, and she said, well, you write a lot of different kinds of songs, but I notice you don't write love songs. And she said, oh, that's right, you're married. So I started thinking, well, I'd better write that. So I came up with this progression, and it's kind of unusual. You might even call it bizarre. I thought, well, I don't know if this is going to work, but here's how it goes. It's pretty off the wall. it's good because I play for very hip audiences, and they can handle something like this. So here's my love song. I'm married, I got a ring, I'm married. It's quite a thing, I used to worry that I'd lose it, so I never take it off, it hardly comes off anyway. I'm getting fatter, I'm married, I've been married for years, I'm married. I buy my tires at Sears, and I'd really love to talk to you, but I got a million things to do around the house. I'm married, financially entwined. I'm married, and if I get to a bind, I got someone to bail me out, or maybe vice versa if it ever gets that bad. You never know. I'm married. I'm wearing a smile. I'm married. I got a compost pile, and I'm cutting up tomatoes, getting ready for the winter, and I feel just like my dad. I was single for so long, I wasn't ready as a kid. Even when I said I do, I wasn't quite sure what I did, but now I'm married. It's working out great. We're on a long-term date. I got a lot of friends who are, and a lot of friends who aren't, and quite a few who used to be. I like variety, I'm married. I know how to bend, I'm married. I got a true blue friend, and I never thought I'd ever find another heart, another mind to be so nice to me. I'm married. Look, don't touch, I'm married. I still look so much, and I feel sort of sad to think I'll probably never get to try my luck again. Just when I was getting good, I'm married. I got so lucky that I'm married, but it's just duck it away and disappear at the peak of your career and leave a trail of broken hearts. Whoa. I was single for so long, I wasn't ready as a kid, and even when I said I do, I wasn't quite sure what I did, but now I'm married. It's okay, I'm married, but I must say I don't imagine I could handle being wed to anybody but the one I'm married to. I got lucky when I found you. Oh yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. That's kind of an older song. I got a lot of new ones, and I've been trying to remember the words. I'm a little older than I used to be, and it's harder. But here's one of my new ones, and it's one of my favorites. Fruits and vegetables, all things beautiful, dogs and kids on bikes. them I'm thinking of. Sing at the wedding, hey, that's where it's at. I'm glad about that now. Nothing better than playing in the band, hanging out with friends. Songs and tambourines jangle in my dreams. Hope it never ends. Staying up late till dawn, I'm glad about that. I say woe be gone, I'm glad about that. Feeling like some ancient Roman who just saw a real good omen. Crows out on the lawn, I'm glad about that. Oh, yeah. Getting by somehow, I'm glad about that. Being right here, right now, I'm glad about that. I don't even care who's winning. Turn it off in the 7th inning. I'm going swimming. How about that? I'm glad about that. Oh, yeah. I'm glad about that. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad about that. I'm glad about that. I'm glad about that. 2, 3, 4. I'm glad about that. Oh, that's fun. Not too long ago, my wife, Mary Kate, and I got an invitation to a wedding. And the wedding was on the other side of the earth. And we had never been there before. And so we got a plane ticket and went from Camden, Maine, down to Portland to the transportation center, got on a bus for Logan. And as we got on the bus driver said, "Wow, this is great. I've never driven one of these things before." And that was how our adventure started. And it was he was great. And so here's the story of this adventure. People say it's been a while since we have seen your face. Were you hanging out at home or in some other place? So I reply, another place is where I spent some time. A country with 1 billion folks and a hot and humid climb. I have been in India. I never thought I'd be in India. But there I was, you see, there to get acquainted with some new geography in a little inn in India. In the southern state of Kerala, palm trees grow by fields of rice. Houseboats sail upon the waterways, and there's pineapple for breakfast by the slice. The roads are rather rough, the traffic is enough to make the novice traveler say, "Yikes!" Drivers jockey for position, just avoiding a collision, surrounded by 1 million motorbikes in India. I went there with my wife in India, a country full of life at 95 degrees. We were grateful for the breeze in our little inn in India. Oh, we met so many people there, and we liked them all so well. But we agreed no one was sweeter than our hostess at the Ropini Hotel. And when we walked downtown with traffic all around, we found a little cafe on the street. Our waiter was so nice, he brought a bowl of rice and a tasty dish almost too hot to eat. So it goes in India, with houses pink and blue in India, with temples, monkeys too. Just when you think you'd seen it all, the mountains come in view, then you know where you've been in India. I never thought I'd be in India, but there I was, you see. Who would think that you would ever find a guy like me in a little inn in India, in a little inn in India. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks so much. Well, I'm from the coast of Maine, and I'm down here, you know, and it's in the Southland, and I'm enjoying myself quite a lot. We had a contest last Christmas, and it was on public radio. I don't know if you get that down here, but anyway, they said, we're going to have a songwriting, a Christmas card kind of song contest for all you listeners out there. And you can send in your song, and if we like it, maybe we'll play it on the air. And I thought, wow, that's going to be great. I'll get to hear these songs on the air. And then I thought, wait a minute, I'm a songwriter. I can do that. So I wrote this song here. It's my main Christmas song. Let me find a good key for it if I can. Yeah, that's good. I need to buy some rain gear, something to protect my clothes, 'cause off the coast of Maine, dear, we get some very rainy snows. I had to work on Christmas, hauling traps with my friend Ray. He's up from Massachusetts, guess that's why he talks that way. Sailing off the starboard side, that's the right, we saw this cruising yacht. The captain waved past us by, probably doing 13 knots. Wearing a bright red raincoat, Ray said, you know what that means? That dude off ahead knows rain gear, probably went to LL Beans. Oh yeah. Something new is what I'll do. I don't know what it is yet. Something new is what I'll do. I don't know what it is yet. Something new is what I'll do. I don't know what it is yet. Something new is what I'll do. I don't know what it is yet. Let me think how How's this next line go? Darn, wait a minute, maybe I wrote it down. Okay. Maybe if I wander around, something new will come out of the ground. I might do a new thing or two, or something so old that it's new. Something new is what I'll do. I don't know what it is yet. Maybe I'll sail down the Nile, learn about geography, Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, Timbuktu and Tennessee, Cote d'Ivoire, El Salvador, Timor and Martinique, Bora Bora, si senora. How I wish that I could speak. How I wish that I could speak your language. Something new is what I'll do. I don't know what it is yet. It could be a sweet, simple word, or maybe the song of a bird, a moment that opens your heart and says, this is where you should start. Something new is what I'll do. I don't know what it is yet. Maybe I'll jump in the ocean when it's freezing cold, even in the dead of winter, like my good friend Joel. Every month he's in the water, whether cold or hot, could be good for me. Then again, well, maybe not. And then again, well, maybe not. Something new is what I'll do. I don't know what it is yet. The signs are pointing this way and that. I'll put on my coat and my hat, then pick out a path and proceed. No telling where it might lead. Something new is what I'll do. I don't know what it is yet. Something new is what I'll do. I don't know what it is yet. Woo-hoo! Oh, boy. Thanks very much. That's a lot of work for an old guy like me. This song's got a chorus, and it goes, I'm thinking about the fact that I might be thinking too much. I'm worrying about the fact that I might be worrying too much. It's not supposed to be good for you. It's not supposed to be good for you. Give it a try. I'm thinking about the fact that I might be thinking too much. I'm worrying about the fact that I might be worrying too much. Great. It's not supposed to be good for you. It's not supposed to be good for you. I'm thinking about the fact that I might be thinking too much. I'm worrying about the fact that I might be worrying too much. It's not supposed to be good for you. It's not supposed to be good for you. I'm worried about the house. I'm worried about the car. Do I have enough wood to make it through the winter? I'm worrying 'cause this line is supposed to end in a rhyme, and if it don't, the song is gonna disinter. Great. And speaking of things that do not rhyme, they tend to give me a terrible time. One that comes to mind is Colonel Sanders. And I hope my head does not explode, but like the chicken that crossed the road, that's the kind of place my mind meanders. Here we go. I'm thinking about the fact that I might be thinking too much. I'm worrying about the fact that I might be worrying too much. It's not supposed to be good for you. It's not supposed to be good for you. I'm worrying 'cause it seems to me I'm not as thin as I used to be. Maybe I'm eating too many carbohydrates. I got a few pounds to lose. It's harder to tie my shoes. And all in all, I'm one of the larger primates. I'm thinking about the fact that I might be thinking too much. I'm worrying about the fact that I might be worrying too much. It's not supposed to be good for you. It's not supposed to be good for you. I'm worrying about my side of the political divide. I'm worrying about the world and all of its creatures. Maybe I got myself to blame. I could get into the game, but mostly I'm just hollering up in the bleachers. Yay! I'm tossing and turning in bed, thinking about somebody said I'd have a couple of beers, but I quit drinking. I think I'd be doing fine, except I'm thinking all the time. So I think I better think about giving up thinking. I'm thinking about the fact that I might be thinking too much. I'm worrying about the fact that I might be worrying too much. It's not supposed to be good for you. It's not supposed to be good for you. What do you say? It's not supposed to be good for you. It's not supposed to be good for you. Oh, yeah. Woo. Good. And now I have a special treat for you, an old friend that is a wonderful guitar player, harmonica player, mandolin player, and studio musician. He runs the hottest studio in the whole Boston area. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Kilburn.
Thank you. Thank you, David. David and I have been friends for close to 40 years and play an annual festival up in Maine every year since 1988, and it's wonderful to share a stage with him briefly. I'm going to play a brand new song about immigration. I've been thinking about it a lot lately. Maybe you have too. My mom was an immigrant, and this is a true story about a man named Wolflieb Glosser, who was born in the late 1800s in what is now Russia, what was Russia then, is Belarus now, a little town called Antipol. And he was Jewish, and there were these pogroms happening all around where people were getting massacred, and like many people in his faith, he came to this country. And they couldn't all afford to come, so he came by himself, and a few years later he was able to bring his family over. And they have a sort of classic American success story with a little darker ending if you listen to the end of the song. This is called Antipol, 1903. Pogroms all around Antipol, we Jews now live in fear. They want to throw us off the land we farmed for 300 years. My oldest boy just turned 18, and now he's on the run. The Tsar's Cossacks are seeking him to wear the uniform and a gun. Farewell to Antipole, goodbye to all my friends. Farewell to Antipole, I won't see you again. We couldn't stay, but we couldn't pay for all of us to flee. So I tried my luck on a one-way fare on a boat across the sea. I landed at Ellis Island, $8 to my name. But I worked and saved, and in 5 years' time, the rest of my family came. Farewell to Antipole, goodbye to all my friends. Farewell to Antipole, I won't see you again. We settled in Pennsylvania, there was work and folks were kind. We raised our kids, and in 15 years, a clothing shop was mine. I don't remember resting much, vacations were not for me, but my children had a better life, safe and living free. Farewell to Antipole, goodbye to all my friends. Farewell to Antipole, I won't see you again. The Jews who stayed in Antipole all died in 44. My children's children went to college after serving in the war. My grandkids became scientists, professors and doctors too, and raised their families with comforts that, Lord, I never knew. Though I never met them, I died before their time. I'm sure I would be proud of them, save for one who haunts my mind. Perhaps you've heard about him, perhaps you know his name. Stephen Miller is my great-great-grandson. Oh God, I am ashamed. Farewell to Antipole, goodbye to all my friends. Farewell to Antipole, I'll never see you again. Thank you very much. Thank you. Mr. David Dodson.
Good one, Eric. Gosh darn. And this one is a hard time with a harmonica.
Oh, okay, great. Sorry. I'll just bear this and play the harmonica at the same time.
Eric plays a lot of instruments.
I can wear a mandolin and play a harmonica at the same time.
He's amazing.
It's a real skill of mine.
I tried to get it to have him bring his didgeridoo, but he did not. A little blues for you. 10 folks happy, 1 dude sad. Why is that one make me feel so bad? Well, it's crazy. Just when things are going fine. Well, it's oh so easy to give yourself a real hard time. 9 women love you, 1 woman don't. Why's she got to be the one you want? Well, it's crazy. Just when things are going fine. Well, it's oh so easy to give yourself a real hard time. Don't let the bad apple spoil the bunch. Don't let the small change eat your lunch. That's what they tell you, and you know it's true. How come it's so hard to do? 'Cause if somebody don't like my song, I end up singing, what am I doing wrong? Well, it's crazy. Just when things are going fine. Well, it's oh so easy to give yourself a real hard time. Hard time. Well, it's a most inspirational, lucky man who can say I'm happy the way I am. Who can shout hallelujah, say thanks a lot. I'm so satisfied with what I got. Climb Mount McKinley, a real big deal. End up slipping on a banana peel. Crazy, just when things are going fine. Well, it's oh so easy to give yourself a real hard time. Well, it's oh so easy to give yourself a real hard time. It's a golden opportunity to give yourself a real hard time. We got one more for you this set. It's about songs all true. They're all true, but this one's especially true. And most of it. The part about my dog is true, though. Definitely. And then we get to eat some gluten-free brownies, which is just great. Oh, 1, 2, 1, 2. So small, we had more cows than people. A 2-room school and a meeting hall with a tall white steeple. When it came my time to go, I lit out for the city. And that is when my life began to change. I kept my eyes wide open, trying to take it in. People talking in different tongues with a different colored skin. I mostly kept my mouth shut, trying to hide my stupidity. Takes some getting used to for a country boy living in the city. say for all my country bumpkin style. They seem to like me anyway. I learned to slang the lingo. Ain't I do the do or did it? Well, holy cow, look at me now. I'm a country boy living in the city. 'Cause I grew up in a town so small you couldn't find it on the map. The middle of the crossroads was where my dog would take a nap. Cars that steer around it, there his favorite spot. A hustling, bustling, metropolitan downtown. It was not. Oh, but when I go back to my old hometown, I hear a lot of fear and suspicion going round. They say the city don't like them and they don't like the city. I'm stuck here in the middle. Oh Lord, ain't that a pity? Oh yes. I've looked at towns from both sides now, like Johnny Mitchell said, and it's the wall between us all that I've come to dread. Us country boys, we ain't so bad, them city folks ain't either. Bible calls us brothers all, now I'm a true believer. So now you heard my song, one more thing I'd like to say. Let's all get along in the good old USA. Let's all get along in the good old USA. Thank you. We'll be back in a little bit.
Hey, welcome back. David Dodson to the stage, please.
Well, thank you for sticking around. Driving around in the car, I sometimes just look at the scenery, what's going on, what people are doing along the way, what their houses are like, and start thinking about them. And this song was started off in the car, just doing those things. What would it be like being someone else, looking both ways before crossing the road to the mailbox, remembering too late an appointment you made, or waiting on customers down at the general store? What would it be like looking out through other eyes? What would it be like being someone else, pumping the brake in a long line of slow-moving traffic, drinking heavily for years on a daily basis, still managing somehow how to show up for work every morning. What would it be like looking out through other eyes? Buying a suit, 3 shirts and a tie, trying to look dignified. 2 years of research and now you've been blessed with a grant to study suicide. With a grant to study suicide. What would it be like being someone else? 90 feet up as you cling to a sheer granite wall, holding all of your weight with the tips of your fingers, and hoping the small drop of water you felt wasn't rain. What would it be like looking out through other eyes? Wearing the worried expression as you search for your friends at the bar, smoking a cigarette, mowing the lawn, a for sale sign on your muscle car, a for sale sign on your muscle car, a for sale sign on your muscle car, a for sale sign on your muscle car. What would it be like being someone else, looking both ways before crossing the road to the mailbox? Thanks. Here's a song for all the carpenters and would-be carpenters and wish you were a carpenter like me. And it's all of what happens when you do this thing. If you live in Maine, you got to have a shed. I'd go so far as to say you might need to. Don't go out and buy one at some place along the road. That's too easy, that'll never do. When you get your tools together, 2x4s and planks, you may throw your hands up, turn around and say no thanks. But if you're ready, set to go where angels fear to tread, that will be the time to build a shed. First thing that you've gotta do is come up with a plan. Being your own architect is fun. Draw it out on paper and don't forget a thing. That's a little easier said than done. From the roof to the foundation, you'll be thinking all the way. If you're not the kind of guy who does this every day, every measurement and angle you have to plan ahead, takes more thinking than you'd think to build a shed. So now you've got to build a thing from the bottom to the top, starting with a simple shed foundation. Use cement or gravel and treat it 2x8s to make a square and level installation. From the floor joist to the flooring you can use to make a deck, for building walls and windows. And let us not neglect a wooden door that's tall enough so you don't bump your head, and a roof to keep the rain out of your shed. So now you've got a shed. It's really quite incredible work on the landscape, beautiful and new. So gaze on it with pride. Your place is gentrified, and think of all the things that you can do with it now. Now you have enough room for all the stuff that you've been keeping underneath the bed. A suit that doesn't fit, a worn out catcher's mitt, and the chainsaw, they can all go in the shed. From the roof, well, they can all go in the shed. I started laughing, I can't remember what I'm doing. So that would be the time to build a shed. I haven't played out for a whole set for a long time, and it's like real exciting. It's like kind of disorienting as well. It's coming on deer season in Maine, and we have many different deer seasons. We have black powder season first, and then there's, I guess it's bow season, and then regular rifle season, crossbow season, blowgun season, and we get a lot of South Americans up for that one. And, you're out in the woods and you hear this little, and it's all over for you. Anyway. So when you're out in the woods, I hunted when I was a kid in New Hampshire, but I never actually got anything. I just lugged a rifle through the woods, and so I'm not really into that at this point. And so I do like to go out in the woods and walk during hunting season, though, which is not a wise choice, but you got to do certain things, and this is what you do when you go out in the woods in hunting season. And I sang this song for somebody, and they said, oh, Gordon Bach already wrote that song. And so he's my friend and neighbor, and I went to him and I sang the song. And it turns out he had already written the song. And his version is what you really do, and my version is what you do if you're in a 1940s musical. So. And it has a chorus, which you will definitely catch on to. Walking through the woods during hunting season is something that I do, though it defies all reason. To increase my chance of living, I sing and yell. By this and many other signs, hunters can tell I'm not a deer. Here's your part. I'm not a deer. This is the song that I have sung so many years. I'm not a deer. I feel it coming on as each November nears. I wouldn't be caught dead with horns upon my head. I think it's very clear. Bum, bum, I'm not a deer. I'm not a deer. As you can see, I'm wearing blue. I'm not a deer. No, this is something deer will never do. You'd shoot anything that moves, but I have no cloven hooves, and I'm hoping that it proves I'm not a deer. Just like a deer, I like to jump and run. Also, like a deer, I do not have a gun. We both have a certain grace, as you can see, but after that, the deer and I part company. No siree, I'm not a deer. I'm not a deer, in case you have forgot. I'm not a deer. A deer is what I'm not. I guess I'll have to pass, 'cause when it comes to eating grasses, I am slower than molasses, and I'm not a deer. I'm not a deer, a female deer, not a buck and not a fawn. Me, I'm not a deer myself. This you can depend upon. No, no trophies of my head. Whoa, I'm getting out of here. What I'd hate to be his dad. I repeat, I'm not a deer. I'm not a deer. You would not mistake me in a crowd. I'm not a deer. Besides, a deer would never sing this loud. And through my great career, though there is danger near, I'll be of glad good cheer. I'm not a deer. No tail upon my rear, not a cow and not a steer. I am just as I appear. I'm not a deer. I know you're drinking beer, but still I have no fear, for I am singing clear. I'm not a deer. I'm not a deer. Thank you. Well, you know, sometimes people, if they really like it and they want to stick around a little longer, they ask for an encore. You know, that might not happen, but if it does, we might do that. We just might, yeah. This progression always makes me think of, they say the neon lights are bright. There was a rap song coming out of the wide open window of some young guy's old Subaru. And over the sound of the engine I was trying to hear the words, but then he took off down the avenue. And it made me think about being stuck in the same place longer than is good for you. The light went back to red again. I'm waiting for the green. The rumble of a Chevy van. The smell of gasoline. Hey, trying to find the door. Maybe I'm stuck in a metaphor. Stick around and I'll tell you more. So anyway, as I was saying, this guy was telling the story, was waiting at the traffic light, sitting there contemplating, wondering if he was satisfied, and thinking that he wasn't quite, and saying to himself, so I don't even know where I want to go. It was a dark and a rainy night. The mist was rolling in. He seemed a little mystified. He was thinking maybe he ought to begin a couple of things he hadn't tried. And after checking the inventory, looking around, he could see the story, headed for uncharted territory. All right. I was the guy telling the story, and now I wonder, should I go right, left, or straight ahead? I'm ready to go, I'm feeling fine, but they sure don't give you a whole lot of time. Down to the end of the line, and then you're dead. So I guess I'll pack my traveling gear, get myself on out of here. Either that or maybe go back to bed. Only kidding about the bed, but I don't regret it. The line was sitting there in my head. I went ahead and said it. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? I want to hear the angels sing. I'll say what I want to say everything. All right. Yeah. My goodness. Well, you're in trouble now. Woo-hoo. Back in the 1920s, I guess it was, there was a big ukulele craze. It was all Hawaiian. And then another craze, it sort of faded out, and there was another craze in the 50s. A guy named Arthur Godfrey had a ukulele, and everybody wanted to get one. And currently, there is another ukulele craze, and there's a lot of people playing in uke bands. It's really cool. So I got a ukulele and wrote a song. There's something about a ukulele, you can play one without even trying. There's something about a ukulele, makes you feel so doggone Hawaiian. You plunk a little chord and you feel transported back to 1935. By the beach you'll be dining and the sun will be shining and you'll be so glad you're alive. There's something about a ukulele, on the land, on the sea, or in the air. There's something about a ukulele, you can take a uke anywhere. You can play it on the train, you can play it in the rain, you can even play it in bed. If you're flying to Spain, you can take it on the plane and store it in the rack overhead. Oh, there's something about a ukulele, they're so cute and small. There's something about a ukulele that can really drive you up the wall. They can drive you to drink with their plink, plinkety plink. Why people love them I will never know. They can ruin your day, and some people say they're worse than a bagpipe or a banjo. And if you play in a minor key, nothing could be worse than a uke, you see. That is where the devil does dwell, a terrible place called ukulele hell. You play and you play all day. You say, can I stop? Devil says, no way. Until finally they let you go back to Hawaii where the breezes blow. There's something about a ukulele, makes you want to sing a little tune. There's something about a ukulele underneath that big Hawaiian moon. Getting a uke is what you ought to do as dark and dismal days pursue you, trying to drag you down. You'll be sitting in the tropics, feeling philanthropic. Oh, it can really turn your life around. Oh, there's something about a ukulele, even if they're sometimes maligned. There's something about a ukulele. Get a ukulele and you'll find there's nothing wrong with strumming it gaily like the Whiff and Poof song. It's kinda yaley, oh, I like to play my ukulele daily. Oh, there's something about a ukulele. It's a one-song instrument. It's funny. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But first, a song about my cat. I have a wonderful cat, and he's such a pal, and I had to write a song about him. His name is Rolly. He likes to roll in the driveway, so that's why we named him Rolly. love my cat. I'll tell you that. There's many reasons why I love my cat. He's big and black. He's such a graceful guy. Sincerity is his. He tells it like it is. He's not the kind to lie. And when he licks my hands, I know he understands. He understands that I love my cat. Oh yes I do. It's simple and it's true. I love my cat. And I have to say, in his own way, he loves me too. And when it's Halloween and the black cat can't be seen, he's just going about his biz. It means he's surely found his happy hunting ground, and that's because he is a carnivore, right to the core, with no apology. He'll catch a rat in seconds flat and bring it home to me. Oh gee, what is this mystery shaking so seriously? This guy with big green eyes. I'll tell you what it is, friendship as good as his, I would never trivialize. I love my cat, and even though it may be hard to comprehend, I love my cat, and I've come to know him as a good and faithful friend. Sometimes he likes to roam quite far away from home. He wanders far and wide, and in the rain he'll get so very soaking wet, and we'll sit by the fireside. At night he comes in late, and we communicate as only good friends can. And I will tell you that we're talking cat to cat, and we're talking man to man. I love my cat, I'll tell you that. I love his black and shiny fur. I love my cat, I'll tell you that. And boy, he sure knows how to purr. I love my cat, I love my cat. Oh yeah. So I have so when he likes to stay out all night, and we don't want him to. So we have a sort of a second prize, and that is he comes in and we let him go in the cellar, the dingy old cellar. And so this is a very short song about that, and it's got a great end on it, and it goes like this. Hey! So when I signal you, I want you to do that. Give it a try. We'll practice. It's a fast staccato hey. It's not hey, it's hey. Okay, ready? Hey! That's great. Rolly's in the cellar, that's where he likes to go. Rolly's in the cellar, way down deep below. He goes down in the cellar after he's been fed. He comes back from the cellar with cobwebs on his head. Hey! Nice going. I lived in many different places, or a few anyway. 6 years in Boston when I was quite young. And then I moved to Austin, Texas, and I was there for 6 years. And then I lived in Galveston area for 3. and then back to northern New England and Maine for the rest of my existence so far. And this is a song that I wrote a long time ago while running on the beach in a peninsula adjoining the island of Galveston. And so here it is. I was thinking about making some changes at the time. I don't need a life for taking everything that I can get. It's a different way of thinking, and I haven't got it yet. The straight and narrow, the straight and narrow. It's all that you can handle, but it's really very gentle. It's physical, it's mental, and it's very oriental. The straight and narrow, the straight and narrow. It's a place to be. It's a place to be. Off to the left, there is the ocean. Off to the right, there is the land. The air is rushing by that straight and narrow line as you run across the sand. The outside edge, the left and right, the jagged cliff, the dark and light. These things have too much power over me. There's not much room, it's not too wide. You fall so far on either side. You find the straight and narrow is a real thing. The straight and narrow, the straight and narrow. It's a place to be. It's a place to be. The straight and narrow, the straight and narrow. It's a place to be. 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 The straight and narrow.
Eric Kilburn. Wow.
Please welcome back Eric Kilburn. Yeah. Here's a brand new song, and this is kind of reminds me of a 1940s type song. Get through with it, I'll probably have to say, wonderful, wonderful, something like that.
This one's an E grade.
Yeah. When we got up in the morning, it looked like rain. All of our best laid plans were gonna be down the drain. We hoped the weatherman might be for a change. He said fair to partly cloudy. We're easily cruising along. We're thinking we're all set. We're happily singing a song. We're suddenly soaking wet. We didn't do anything wrong except to forget the part about partly cloudy. Fair is fair, so they say. Nothing there to get in our way. But partly cloudy can get rowdy when it comes out to play. Clouds roll in and they roll out again. That's where it's been since time began. But I have to say that it's okay as long as you're holding my hand. So if the weather is fair and we're feeling fine, we're off on a wing and a prayer, if you're so inclined. 'Cause when you're with me, darling, I don't mind if it's fair to partly cloudy. If it's fair to partly cloudy. If it's fair to partly cloudy. Wonderful, wonderful. I went to a high school reunion back a ways, and I went to a little school in Ackworth, New Hampshire, which is right near Leominster and Langdon, Quaker City, Keene, Claremont, you know, that area, yeah. 20 in my graduating class, and so after this high school reunion, seeing these people that I obviously knew very well, whether I wanted to or not, and riding home in the car, wrote this song about old friends, and it could be about old friends all over the place, and I got a number of them here tonight, so this is for you guys. Yeah. And after this, we're going to exit the stage and pretend we're leaving. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's so good to see you, my old friends. The faces around the campfire once again. And as another year rolls by, a tear comes to my eye, remembering all the good times that have been. We have had some sweet and soulful days. They come alive in memory when the music plays, and it comes as a surprise when you realize the time's gone by and we go back a ways. If this is growing old, I swear I don't mind. 'Cause all along the way we've learned to be kind. And if a dark cloud came between us, it was just a passing phase. Past and gone, 'cause we go back a ways. We pick up where we left off before, as easily as walking through a door. And there's a lot of way back when we say, have you been? And all the simple things mean so much more. With a holy rolling fever, I confess that when it comes to counting riches, I've been blessed. Without the likes of you, whatever would I do? I am still so thankful and amazed. I thank the Lord that we go back a ways. Thank you. Oh, you're too kind, really. Oh.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's just go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Oh, what the heck, say. Thanks so much. We've had a long-term request here, and we're going to do it. I think this is a Unitarian hymn. Should be in the book, by the way. If you've got the book, put it in, please. It's a sort of a, it's a spiritual, well, what's the word for it? What do you call it?
An anthem.
A spiritual anthem. All right. A secular hymn. That's what I think of it as.
Yeah.
It's got it's a call and response, like you know, the call and response songs from yore, and Eric will lead you in response.
I can respond.
Yeah, I'll call. There is a land, high on a hill, where I'm going. There is a voice that calls to me, The air is sweet, the grass is waving, the wind is blowing away up in the farthest field. Oh, walk with me and we will see the mystery revealed, when one day we wend our way up to the farthest field. The sun will rise, the sun will set, across the mountains, and we will live with beauty there. The fragrant flowers, the days and hours will not be counted, and peaceful songs will fill the air. Oh, walk with me and we will see the mystery revealed, when one day we wend our way up to the farthest field. voices lifted up in radiant song. Though through the years, we have all made our separate choices. We've ended here where we belong. Oh, walk with me and we will see the mystery revealed. When one day we wend our way up to the farthest field, up to the farthest field. Hallelujah.
David Dodson.
Eric Kilburn.